Tonight, a newly elected Edo State governor and deputy sworn in. In business, Nigeria's trade policies boosts its export growth to 6.9 trillion naira. On the foreign scene, United States President-elect Donald Trump makes key appointments. And in sports, Simon Chukwueze arrived early in Abidjan. Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agumofwegbe. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nightcomsat. Tonight, we begin by telling you Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, and his deputy, Dennis Idahosa, have been sworn in. The Chief Justice of the state, Daniel Okungbawa, administered the oath to number 1 and 2 citizens of the state at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. They both swore to uphold the Constitution and work within its dictates, as well as to see the well-being of the people of the state. A delegation from the Nigerian Army, led by Major General Kamal Yusuf, has announced that President Bola Tinubu has ordered the state burial for the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. The announcement was made during a condolence visit to the Olobu of Ilobu, Oba Shiru Olanyo, at his palace in Osun State. He described Lagbaja as a dedicated officer who led from the front, noting that the late general's commitment to duty earned him steady promotions throughout his career, culminating in his appointment as Chief of Army Staff. Delivering a condolence letter from the Nigerian Army to Oba Olanyo, Yusuf expressed the hope that such tragic incidents would not occur again. The technical team of MultiChoice Nigeria, operators of DSTV and Gold TV, has commended the management and staff of Global Television for the quality of broadcast it has achieved within its very short period of commencing operations. Welcoming the team to Global Television's corporate headquarters, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the broadcast outfit, Dr. Ibrahim Biu, expressed appreciation to MultiChoice for providing a platform for the medium to aggregate its content.
This visit from the MultiChoice team is encouragement for us, and we want to look at how far so far. And from all indications, I think we're doing very well, and we're proud of what we're doing. So we want to use this opportunity to thank MultiChoice for giving us the opportunity to be on their platform. And we want to assure you that we will continue to improve on what we are doing.
A leader of the team from MultiChoice, Francis Palm, described Global Television's broadcast quality as impressive within a significantly short period.
Having gone around and taking a look at your facilities and then your records within this short period that you've been on our platform, technically, I must say your service has been good, but there is always room for improvement. So we want to encourage you to keep up the good work you are doing.
This is the first inspection visit by MultiChoice to Global Television's facility. Uyi Agumofwegbe, reporting for Global Television News. The campaign for the November 16 gubernatorial election in Ondo State intensifies. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has taken his campaign tour to Owo local government area of the state, receiving a warm welcome from traditional and community leaders, as well as key stakeholders at the palace of the Olowo of Owo, Oba Ajibade Ogunye. Kikolomo Okere tells us more.
The visit was marked by strong endorsement from the royal fathers, who pledged their unwavering support for Governor Aiyedatiwa's election bid. Speaking on behalf of the traditional rulers in the council area, the Olowo of Owo, Oba Ajibade Ogunoye, assures the governor of the people's commitment to his candidacy. Oba Ogunoye noted that the campaign could almost be seen as a formality, as the traditional council had unanimously endorsed Aiyedatiwa for continuity in governance.
We have discussed this, and let me assure you that our people across the length and breadth of the local government are in your support. that he should be the next governor of the state and will actually vote for you. Be rest assured, the Obas, even across the length and breadth of Ondo State, have all decided that we should continue to be in office.
The Deputy Governor, Dr. Olaide Adelami, expressed gratitude to Governor Aiyedatiwa for entrusting him with role of deputy and running mate, for appointing Omowumi Isaac, another Owo indigene, as the Commissioner for Finance. Adelami emphasized the significance of this gesture to the people of Owo, urging them to show their appreciation with vote for All Progressive Congress.
By the grace of God, this government, under the leadership of our able governor, is coming to transform Ondo State. I often say it everywhere I go. It's not, I won't say it's a politician like the typical politician. Once he promises, he fulfills and he listens to people.
In his response, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa thanked the people of Owo for their support. He emphasized the importance of peace and security of his administration and reaffirmed his commitment to completing all projects initiated under the late Governor Akeredolu's administration. He further assures the monarch that the upgrade of the Rufus Giwa Polytechnic to a university will receive due attention alongside enhanced funding for its subvention.
I'm so thankful to the traditional rulers of our, the political leaders for mobilizing their people and for charging them to rally around and come out on the 16th of November to vote APC.
Meanwhile, at the popular Mobi ground in Owo, Governor Aiyedatiwa met with thousands of enthusiastic supporters from various communities, including Ishuada, Ipele, and Usho. Supporters carried placards with inscriptions demonstrating their solidarity for the governor, creating a vibrant display of community backing. Governor Aiyedatiwa expressed gratitude for the overwhelming turnout and urged supporters to transform their enthusiasm into vote on the 16th of November 2024. From Akure, Kike Lomo Okere, Global Television News.
Meanwhile, ahead of the 2024 Ondo State gubernatorial election, the chairman Ayeshori movement and senator representing Ondo South, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, has thrown his weight behind the All Progressives Congress. He made this known at the Asheyori Convention at Fortune University in Igbotako community in Okitipupa local government area of the state. Again, Kekalomo Okere reports.
It was like a carnival at the University of Fortune, Igbotako, as billionaire business mogul and senator representing Ondo South Senatorial District, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, leading over 500,000 Asheyori movement to All Progressive Congress. Jimoh Ibrahim urged residents of Igbotako community in Okitipupa local government area to shun violence and come out en masse to vote for All Progressive Congress on November 16 governorship election.
Asheyori movement is an arm of APC, which I set up. And when I contested last time, I got 111,665 votes. That's a lot of votes. Now our membership are 520,000 across the state. And that's very significant to any political party that want to win an election. APC is our party. And no matter the political differences, we have to make sure that APC wins the election. And the national chairman will be on our neck. And we are happy that he came all the way from Abuja. That shows, that underscored the significance of Asheyori. And I can assure you next week, we will vote massively for APC.
Many people have described you as a good philanthropist. What is the motivation? The chairman, All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, says the convention is to motivate and encourage Asheyori members as well as appeal to them to come out en masse to exercise their franchise on the 16th of November. He applauds Senator Jimoh Ibrahim for laying a solid foundation in empowerment, infrastructure, among others, for the progress of the state.
I'm so happy to see this crowd. This crowd is intimidating. In fact, the quality of the crowd is also intimidating. The enthusiasm, the alertness, the preparedness for the coming election on the 16th November 2024, we are convinced you are ready for the election.
Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who was also represented by his deputy Olaide Adelami, praised Senator Jimoh Ibrahim for bringing development to the community. He also pleaded with the residents to vote for APC for transformative regime.
When I got to this place, I was marveled when I saw the level of infrastructure that has been planted and placed here. It's a common saying that whoever brings education brings light. He has brought light to...
However, a 1-minute silence was observed in honor of the late former governor Akeredolu Olarotimi. From Akure, Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
Thank you, Kikalama Okere, for your report saying tonight. Let's turn to other stories for you. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has constituted a special 3-member panel to handle political cases from Rivers State, with sitting scheduled to begin on November 14. This move follows the escalating legal tussles stemming from a rift between Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his predecessor, the current Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The feud has led to a surge of legal cases from the state, creating factions among political actors and resulting in conflicting judgments from courts of similar authority. In an effort to streamline the resolution of the disputes, the Court of Appeal President, Justice Monica Dangban-Mensam, appointed a special panel to oversee all appeals related to the political crisis in Rivers State. The Tertiary Education Trust Fund, also called TET Fund, has held a 1-day strategic interactive engagement for heads of beneficiary institutions at its headquarters in Abuja. Ramsey Enoch Agbo now reports.
In an address of welcome, Executive Secretary of the fund, Architect Sonny Echono, says the TET Fund has made a significant stride in funding numerous projects to improve infrastructure and enhance research capability.
Over the past year, the fund has made significant strides funding numerous projects aimed at improving infrastructure, enhancing research capabilities, and supporting faculty development. Indeed, with the kind permission of the Board of Trustees, we will be meeting in a couple of days. We will be.
Echono also acknowledged that effort is in place to ensure the right tax is being paid for the purpose of efficiency.
To ensure that everybody that is supposed to be in the tax bracket is coming on board, we're also collectively working to improve the efficiency of collection, that people are paying the right amount of tax. And for this too, I also want to express our gratitude to our 2 committees in the National Assembly who have also worked diligently in this regard.
Also speaking at the event, Chairman, Board of Trustees of TET Fund, Aminu Masari, described as erroneous a view by some people that TET Fund intervention is meant to handle all responsibilities in education.
Some institutions, with no apologies, and some people outside there see TET Fund not only as an intervention agency, but as an agency that will have to shoulder all responsibilities in education, which I believe is not right. I think it is high time we start to think.
The 1-day strategic interactive engagement for heads of beneficiary institutions availed the heads of institutions the opportunity to air their views and make contributions to the smooth running of the intervention. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global Television.
Ramsey Enoch Agbo there reporting. Thank you, Ramsey. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has reported a surge in Lassa fever cases with 1,035 confirmed infections and 174 deaths recorded across 28 states as of October 13, 2024. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja, Director General of the Center, Dr. Jide Idris, attributed the rise to improved surveillance, climate-related environmental changes, and increased rodent to human transmission. Here is Queen Agaba's report.
Dr. Jide Idris attributed the increase in Lassa fever cases to environmental degradation and harmful human activities, which brings rodents closer to human settlement, thereby raising infection risks. Speaking on the economic and healthcare burden of the disease, Dr. Jide says as of October 13, 2024, Nigeria has recorded a total of 8,569 cases with 174 deaths across 28 states and communities in 129 local government areas.
A total of 2,281,750 doses have been given in Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa and Yobe, covering 134 wards in 13 local government areas. The campaign targeted individuals aged between 1 and 29 years, comprising 70% of the population.
Dr. Idris emphasized that early diagnosis and treatment of Lassa fever is key to survival and urged the public to maintain hygiene, avoid self-medication and report suspected cases promptly.
We have continued to see a steady rise increase in the number of cases, states reporting Lassa fever cases, that's this year. And the rise is due in part to improved surveillance, better community awareness, environmental degradation from climate change, and other harmful human activities.
The NCDC reaffirmed its dedication to reducing infections through a collaborative, all-society approach to protect the health and well-being of Nigerians. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
Let's turn away from Queen Agaba's report tonight. The federal government has called on stakeholders in the building and construction sector to be more proactive in generating solutions to the cause of increased building collapse in the country. Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, John Eno, made the call at the National Conference on the Building and Construction Sector organized by Standards Organization of Nigeria in Abuja. Kekelomo Okere has more.
The Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, John Enoch, stressed the need to adhere strictly to recommended standards on building to ensure the safety of all. Enoch charged all stakeholders and regulatory authorities to focus more on areas of pre- and post-construction regulation, enforcement framework, public awareness and capacity building for better results delivery.
For example, compromising on what standards should be is almost becoming like the norm. It is to discuss issues of adherence to standards as the bedrock for sustainable development in our building and construction sector and our industry.
The Director General, Standard Organization of Nigeria, Ifeanyi Okeke, underscores the importance of eco-friendly practice and the use of sustainable material in construction. He says SON is focused on encouraging a resilient and self-reliant building and construction sector that serves as a backbone for economic growth, in line with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
We are committed to working with other government agencies, professionals, associations, industry leaders and international partners to evolve a cohesive approach to tackling quality and safety issues. I therefore urge all players in the sector to prioritize quality and safety above all else.
The President, Council of Registered Engineers of Nigeria, COREN, Professor Sadiq Zubair Abubakar, who was represented by his vice, Olaolu Ogundile, and the President's National Society of Engineers, Margaret Oguntola, charged the industry players to collaborate with Standard Organization of Nigeria in developing local standards that can address the peculiarities in the sector.
Of Nigeria at the development or domestication of codes and standards in elaboration with key stakeholders such as the Nigerian Society of Engineers and its corresponding committee on codes and standards must not go unnoticed. But we need to do more.
Collaborated very well with SON in areas of compliance, monitoring, and all the rest, in ensuring that SON delivers on its mandate and the NSC is committed to a continued and even more robust relationship.
The forum brings together stakeholders across the country who seek to chart a way forward to adherence to standard practice to end the menace of building collapse. Kike Lomo Okiri, Global Television News.
Well, thank you so very much, Kikelamo Okiri. You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime on Global Television, coming to you from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the news returns shortly, petrol pump price may drop as Dangote marketers sign deal. We have those details and more stories for you. Do stay with us. When you return, right? You have the scripts now, right? The management of Dangote Refinery is set to meet with officials. I'll take that and go straight to sports. Well, thank you for staying with us on the news. The management of Dangote Refinery says it is set to meet with officials of the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria to discuss direct petrol supply arrangements. This development comes just a day after the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, had announced that it reached an agreement with Dangote Refinery to purchase petrol directly, bypassing intermediaries. And now time to turn to sports. Many fireworks are expected as the maiden edition of the Varsity Cup Men's Football 2024 season ends at the main bowl of the University of Benin Sports Complex, Benin City in Edo State. The final match will be between the comeback Kings University of Ilorin against the unbreakable Joseph Taka University of Agriculture, Makurdi. This will be preceded by a third-place match between Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, and the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And as News Prime comes to an end tonight, let's take a look at some of our big stories. Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, and his deputy, Dennis Idahosa, have been sworn in. The federal government has announced that trade facilitation programs implemented by current administration have increased the country's trade balance to 6.5 trillion naira in the second quarter of 2024. On the foreign scene, United States President-elect Donald Trump is swiftly assembling his administration, appointing key allies to central positions in a bid to kickstart his policy agenda even before Inauguration Day. And finally, in sport, we told you ahead of preparation for the Super Eagles 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Benin Republic. Moses Simon and Samuel Chukwueze were among the early birds to the Super Eagles camp in Côte d'Ivoire. And that's News Prime for you tonight, and it came to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. A quick reminder that you can find Global Television on DSTV channel 365, Star Times 276, and free-to-air on Nightcomsat. We encourage you to use our handle at Global TVNG and other handles now showing on your screen to follow us across all social media platforms. I'm Uyag Mofwegbe saying a big thank you to you on behalf of the entire production team here for watching. We will see you again.